Well, hello there, and welcome, fans, to another episode of 162 Times, your daily baseball recap and preview show. Yeah, that's what we do here. I'm your host, Daniel Turner. It's great to be with you, and we have a good, quick Sunday show for you today. We will be recapping Game 2 of 3 between the Mariners and the Phillies, which took place last night in Seattle. We'll tee up Game 3 of that series, which is coming in a few short minutes here on Sunday night, and we'll also take a look around the majors from a busy Saturday and see how the scores shaked out, specifically with respect to, of course, the American League wildcard and divisional races. So let's get right to it. Mariners won again, 6-5, beating the Phillies, who were the best team in baseball but are no longer. They've been in a bit of a slide. I think that's their 6th straight loss. So the Phils dropped to 65 and 45, still first place in their division, the National League East. The victory brings the Mariners to 59 and 53, which is back in first place in the American League West, which is really, really good. Interesting game. 8 hits for each team, 1 error for each team, 5 runs for the Phils, 6 runs for the Mariners. That's good enough for a win. The win went to Colin Snyder, reliever. He's now 2-1, 1.31 ERA on the season. The loss went to newly acquired former Angels closer Estevez, who's now 1-4 with a 2.15 ERA. Starting pitching in this one was Bryce Miller for the Mariners. He struggled a bit, but got through it. He went 4 1/3, giving up 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. His ERA is now 3.62 on the season. Orion Kerkering was the opener for the Phils, so he went an inning, gave up 1 hit and 1 walk. Then it was Allard, who did 4 innings, the bulk of the work, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 4 Ks, and a homer given up. Then on the Mariners side, they used so many pitchers. Saucedo did a third of an inning, 2 hits, 1 run. JT Chargois, who they reacquired from the Marlins recently, an inning and a third, no hits or runs, 1 strikeout. Jimmy Garcia, an inning, 2 walks and a K. Austin Voth, 1 inning, 2 strikeouts. Munoz, 1 inning, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. And then Colin Snyder, an inning, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Overall, the Mariners struck out 12 Phillies, and the Phillies struck out 12 Mariners. So for the Phils, it was Hoffman, who's an all-star. He went an inning, gave up 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, a walk, 2 strikeouts. That was the difference in the game. Then they had Strom, Alvarado, and Estevez, who between them only gave up 1 hit and 1 run, which was not earned. Estevez walked in a guy to have the Mariners win the game in the bottom of the 10th inning. Kerkering, just 13 pitches in his inning of work. Allard did 65, and Miller had 84 pitches to get through 4 1/3. Justin Turner missed a catch. That was the error for the Mariners, and Stott for the Phils had a throwing error. Okay, so in terms of scoring in this one, the Phils were up 4-0 early. So top of 1, Alec Boehm grounded out, allowing Kyle Schwarber to score. Then top 5, Boehm again singled, bringing in Austin Hayes and Kyle Schwarber. So that was 3-0 at that point. Then Brandon Marsh kept it going in the same inning. He singled in Trey Turner. So that was 5-0 Seattle Phillies at that point. But bottom of 5, Mitch Haniger homered, his 11th of the year. 3rd homer in 3 games, I think, for Mitch. He's on fire. 5-1 at that point. Then bottom of 6 keeps coming. Jorge Polanco singles, brings in Randy Arozarena, 5-2. Same inning, Luke Raley doubled, and that brought in Justin Turner and Polanco, so that made it a 5-4 game. Then they tied it up in the same inning with a Josh Rojas single that allowed Mitch Haniger to score. Luke Raley was thrown out at home by Bryce Harper, trying to take the lead. Nevertheless, in the bottom of the 10th, Mitch Haniger walked in the winning run, allowing Randy Arozarena to score. 6-5 your final. Mariners go home happy. We love it. So, interesting night at the plate for the M's. Arozarena 2 for 5, 2 runs, no ribbies. Polanco 2 for 4, 1 run, 1 RBI. Haniger 2 for 3, 2 runs, 2 RBI, 2 walks. Great night for Hanny. So they will look to go for the very unlikely at the start of the series sweep, frankly, against the Phillies. Certainly playing the Phillies at the right time. And they've got the right guy to do it. So it'll be Logan Gilbert on the mound tonight or this afternoon. And he will be taking on Zach Wheeler. probably the Phillies' best pitcher. So Wheeler's 10-5, 2.94 ERA, 21 starts, 128 innings, 139 strikeouts in those 128 innings, and a 1.02 whip. Super, super strong. Gilbert had a lousy outing last time against the Red Sox, you'll remember, although he did get hosed on a strikeout call. But overall, he's 6-7 this year, 3.11 ERA, 22 starts, 141 innings, 136 strikeouts, and a .90 whip. So he's still a superstar. Lineups are out. So for the Mariners, it'll be Robles, center field, Arozarena, left field, Raleigh catching, Polanco, second base, Raley, right field, Haniger, DHing, Rojas, third, Moore, shortstop, and Vosler at first. And for the Fightin' Phils, it'll be Schwarber leading off and DHing, Trey Turner shortstop, Bryce Harper first base, Alec Boehm third base, Brendan Marsh center field, JT Realmuto behind the plate, Nick Castellanos in right, Bryson Stott second base, and Austin Hayes left field. So should be a good game. Now, I mentioned off the top that the Mariners were in first place again in the American League West Division, and that is because, among other things that happened on Friday, Saturday, whatever last night was, the Rays beat the Astros in Houston 6-1, courtesy of 13 hits by the Rays. So that brings the Mariners ahead of Houston in the divisional race, which is excellent. Elsewhere around the majors, the Rangers beat the Red Sox 7-4. That's good, actually. The Twins over the White Sox 6-2. Predictable, not useful. Orioles over the Guardians 7-4. Interesting. Yankees beat the Blue Jays 8-3. Tigers beat the Royals 6-5, thanks Detroit. And otherwise, there's National League scores. So the Cardinals over the Cubs 5-4. The Nats over the Brewers 6-4. Pirates over the Diamondbacks 4-2. Giants lost to the Reds 6-4. Marlins over the Braves 4-3. Padres over the Rockies 3-2. Angels over the Mets 5-4. Dodgers over the Athletics 10-0. And that does it. So thanks a lot for listening. We'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. It'll be Monday, so we'll have a bigger episode for you. All right. Ciao.